We have grandchildren in our schools, and some of them are in portables. It's true. We do need more schools. We need better schools. We need to balance the growth so we don't overcrowd our schools. Right now, our schools are not overcrowded, I understand. I'm not an expert, I'm not on the school board, so I don't really know, but I know what the grandchildren tell me. That they're in a portable, and Grandma, there's no bathroom in the portable. And little 5-year-old Pearl, she has to go out in the cold weather to find a bathroom. You know, this has got to end. We have to have good schools in Frederick County. Now, why do we have to build schools that are all so different? I think an elementary school is an elementary school. And I should think that the necessity is the same. So why do we have to pay architects to make these? Ballinger Creek Pike. Have you seen the schools on Ballinger Creek Pike? Have you seen the Tuscarora High School? It's not my choice. Have you seen the construction that's going on beyond there? It's already overcrowded there. We really need this. But I think that we can handle the tax situation without cutting services. And I think that if we really try hard, we can make Frederick County more attractive to businesses that will move here, because we have one very special thing. We have some very intelligent people here living in Frederick County. So we have a working force that I should think businesses would want. But unfortunately, we're in Maryland. So,
how would you help to attract the tourism industry to our communities, given the amenities that we each already have? Would you be willing to work with other state agencies on our behalf? Brunswick, C&O Canal, Burkittsville, Gapland and Gapland Parks, Middletown, golf courses, and County Park.
is that me?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
How many of you remember Delegate Joe Bartlett? That's our son. He spent 12 years as your delegate. Well, he moved to Annapolis. But his house, and he had a cute little cabin, he goes online and advertises that for rent, for people who want to see the historic area in Frederick County and in Boonesboro. All the wonderful areas we have so much history in this area. And this computer, it's amazing. You can go online and you can learn all kinds of things. And he keeps that cabin full most of the time by advertising to see the attractions here in Frederick County. So I think that we can do very well. A lot of tourists do come here, and we have some wonderful businesses that they come for.
Attracting tourism to our communities. One of the big things that this area can exploit and enjoy is the bicycle tourism. It's cheap, it attracts people generally with money, and they come here to spend it and then they leave. That's a win on all parts, for small businesses, for everything involving that. The other big thing is Civil War tourism. So those are the two big areas we can try to improve. What I mentioned before concerning roads, I have an issue with roads around here, and that's the fact that we have too many shoulderless roads. Not only is that dangerous for drivers, not only is that dangerous for people trying to get their mail, not only is that dangerous for pedestrians, it makes it very difficult for bicyclists who clog up the roads, or with a hard shoulder they can get off the side of the road. That makes this whole valley an attraction for tourists when you do that. The other issue is we have to consider pulling people in for our Civil War attractions, and this valley's full of them. Burkittsville, Middletown, those are areas with crime civil war attractions, and anything the county can do to promote that, I'm willing to be a part of.
What are your thoughts on double taxation? Do you prefer the tax equity, tax differential, or a choice of either approach, depending on the municipality, in resolving the issue for our shared taxpayers?
This is a pretty short answer, choice. Myersville and Frederick currently use choice, would have the differential. Everybody else uses another system, and the county at one point was considering just trying to go to one system, and I prefer the choice. So that some municipalities have a lower tax rate, the county tax rate, other municipalities just simply get a check from the county, and I think either way's fine.
I do agree. We agree on that. If you live in Frederick City, your trash is collected, and you pay for it in your taxes. So therefore, the taxes in Frederick City are higher than they are in the county. Because in the county, we have to pay for our own trash collection. That's just an for instance. But I think choice is very good.
Mrs. Bartlett, state money for Rural Legacy Program has worked very well in the past to help landowners in the Burkittsville, Middletown region offset the rising temptation to develop their land instead of keeping it in agricultural status. Since this allocation of money from the state has been decreasing over the past several years, are there other ways that you can think of to help encourage property owners to join privately or publicly funded land grants in order to direct the growth to existing municipalities where the growth infrastructure is already in place?
That rural legacy money. I think adequate public facilities ordinance will direct that growth in southern Frederick County and almost anywhere. And major developers, maybe, I think they should be asked to contribute rural legacy money. If they're going to develop something, then maybe they should contribute this rural legacy money. And then maybe, if they don't want to do that, then they won't come.
The Rural Legacy Program, which was mentioned, is very big in the center of the valley, especially around the area of Burkittsville. Paul Gilligan and some others worked very hard to make that happen, which preserved Burkittsville itself as the kind of town that it is. It's about 150 people, and they want to keep it that way. They're not looking for large amounts of growth. And that program, basically what you're doing is, every farm has a certain number of options that they can develop, and you're paying farmers to basically take that option from them. They get money, and they keep farming, and it takes away some of the development rights. But outside of rural legacy, you have other farm programs that you can use to answer your question. You have Maryland Ag Land Preservation Program, and most of these things deal with grants. I don't want to get into all the details, but that's another option you can use. You have the Critical Farms Program, and that saves over 3,000 acres in this county alone. And you got the Maryland Environmental Trust, which has preserved over 8,130 acres in Frederick County. So these are all options you can use beyond the Rural Legacy Program. As a way of keeping farms as farms, that's done through the comprehensive cycle. And the comprehensive planning cycle is coming up. This first new board of county council men and women will be able to sit down and look at that. And what you have to do basically through that cycle is to push growth toward the areas where you have the infrastructure, push it toward the areas where the towns want it, where they can control what goes on inside their borders. So that's the big issue. Once you set up a plan that has to be approved by the state, you don't want to then go giving exceptions to the plan, because that just messes up everything. So in the end, what the county has to do is come up with a good zoning plan for the next cycle, which will last you 10 years, and that zoning plan needs to be enforced.